Hi Joshua, this is Jamie, and I watched your video, and I think that you made a lot of good points in your discussion. One of the things that really connected with me was the fact that you said society went from thinking that Castor was one doing drugs, that's why she was so good, and then immediately thinking that she was transgender or a male because she didn't fit the society norms. I wanted to touch on that part especially. I think that all athletes have to like pretty much fit a certain stereotype, and it even goes down to like specific sports. And so I did look up like what the pressures that society has for females in athletics. And so I found an article by Victoria Garrick, who's a USC volleyball player. At least in 2017, she was. This is when she wrote the article, and how she felt that female athletes had to look a certain way because you had to look like a girl and play like a girl. And I think that's really important to touch base on. So I appreciate what you had to say. And so in her article, she was saying that she had to look a certain way, she had to feel a certain way. And then she was working out, and she was like pushing so much weight, which for her sport that was great. She was being a great volleyball player, but in society they were, she felt the pressure from society and her classmates and her other friends telling her, she was becoming a lot, really, really manly, and it kind of like overtook her participation. So I'll link that article down below. So I liked that. The question I had for that was, do you feel that there's any way for a coach or an athletic personnel can help these athletes, whether it's for a girl or a guy, um, male or female athletes, where they can feel a little bit more comfortable in their skin so they're not felt by these pressures? And also going as far as to say, when these issues of whether they're transgender or not, how can we make these athletes feel more comfortable? If they're feeling these pressures, how can we make it an environment for these athletes to come approach the coach so that way they're not having to hide how they feel? They should only be focusing on themselves and their sport and doing the best that they can, and they shouldn't have to feel these pressures from outside. I look forward to hearing your response. Have a good day.